Hey, what's up, you dirty horologists? This is Ross with Dio and the Details. Today we have a watch from Studio Underd0g, an independent British company. This watch is the Desert Sky Series 1 Gen 3. It is a manual chronograph. Let's go ahead and take it off wrist. Diameter of 38.5, thickness of 12.9 millimeters. Lug to lug is 44.5, lug width is 20, meaning you can put it on almost any strap. Water is 5 ATM, so I would barely wash your hands with this one. Movement, we have a bespoke ST1901 Sea-Gull manual winding movement. Power reserve with chronograph off is 50 hours. Chronograph on is 45 hours. And for the strap, we have an Epsom leather with quick release. Always love to see that. So this is one of the only manual wind watches I have. Almost all of the other ones are chronographs, or almost all the other ones are automatics or solar watches. One thing with that is that when winding this, you will hit a hard limit, and I wouldn't push past that. And here, if we wait 1 second, we'll see the chronograph wheel right here move a little bit. Boop. Goes to the next tick. We can stop that. We can reset, and both hands, this small hand and this big hand, will move back to their resting positions almost immediately due to the fact that it is a manual wind movement. I want to show you that one more time by starting it again. If we look at the back, you can see that center wheel is moving now. If we stop it, that wheel will stop. If we reset, set back to position. Very cool. Some of the dislikes I have is there's not very much loom on this watch, so only these hands are loomed, and then outside of that, the second hand is not loomed and no other area is loomed. But since this is sort of a dress watch, I don't think that's a big deal. Also, for a manual wind movement at 12.9 millimeters, I do think this is quite a thick watch, although on wrist it's not a huge deal because I believe most of that thickness, or at least a high percentage for most watches, is actually this domed glass. So the case itself is not particularly thick. The domed glass is, taking up some of that, and that's actually some of the joy of the watch, is that really thick glass gives it a very, very cool look. Outside of that, I think the case is quite simple, except for the back. I think the Expedition glass on this is super good, and the movement is very cool. I think the decoration on the movement is one of my favorites of all the watches that I own and all the ones I've seen over this last year. So not really much to complain about from my opinion. I was very surprised I got this watch in a trade, and while I've been interested in Studio Underd0g, I haven't really felt the need to get one, except for maybe the Fears collaboration with them. Outside of that, I haven't really felt like a huge desire, but this one surprised me. The metallic of the dial, I didn't realize that these Series 1 watches had such a metallic dial, so in the sunlight it's quite impressive. I think it's hard to capture how good this metallic dial looks in person. Outside of that, movement decoration is excellent. The glass on the back is really big. Some of them, you'll see that they pinch quite a bit tighter, where more of the area is restricted. And so this is a nice open glass back to see so much of the movement, and the movement is actually very beautiful. So I'm surprised at this price point, a movement that looks this good. In the manual The manual winding obviously helps, so there's no rotor in the way to see all of the gears. Also, the strap is very nice, very supple, very comfortable right off the bat, so no worries there at all, and you could always change it for another one if you wanted to. But my experience so far has been amazing. I'm definitely into this watch. I think especially for how small it is, I really don't mind. Usually I try to stick above 40 millimeters. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, so bigger watches are typically what I go for. But I don't know, I just find this one rather charming. Let me know what y'all think.